Well, all right.
This should be somber, right? That should be somber. This should. And we're saying goodbye to a career, aren't we?
Well, Gene, are you giving up? Are
No.
you giving up on the show?
Hey, listen. I haven't. That's why I didn't watch them the last 2 weeks. I yesterday. Did you go to the Hollywood Christmas parade? I'm guessing not. I'm gonna say no.
You would be correct.
Yeah.
How
But
about saying
last
no?
night I was at the Hollywood Christmas parade, so I didn't get to see whatever happened. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on
Good to
Thanksgiving, you went to you
I
went to
stayed
Cats. You went to
No,
Cats
no. Oh,
instead
I
of
went
watching
to
the
Dear
Bears
Evan
game.
Hansen. It was so good. I saw 2 musicals last week. Oh, it was great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
Dear
right,
Evan Hansen. And I use this. I'm so proud. I use the subway to get downtown.
Oh wow! See?
Yeah.
Very
Hollywood
nice.
Highland. And oh, it was so great not to be in traffic. So I'm going to do that some more, man.
Once you stop, you can't.
Yeah. I even
can't get back to that
bought
car.
a tap card. We have tap cards here. Do you have a tap card?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
And then you put money on it. You feel like you're in jail because you put money on your books, on your card, and then you can use it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Can you buy toiletries,
I don't
generic
know.
toiletries with it?
That's a big thing in
Some
jail.
aftershave.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. But in jail, that's why I think Bill Cosby's
I
in
actually-
trouble because you put money on the books, and then people try to hit you up for money.
You know, speaking of money in the books,
Yeah.
you know, a friend of mine is in jail at the
Oh,
moment,
really?
and I just heard about this term, money on the books, and
Oh,
someone
that's
was,
huge.
someone was saying, yeah, I'm gonna put some money on my friend's book. I'm like, what? What does that mean? You're gonna help pay his bail? No. Apparently, there are personal items,
Yes.
toiletries
They have a commissary.
that you can buy
Yeah.
at jail. And I'm sure the prices are very reasonable.
I
Very reasonable.
Right. And there's
In fact,
no.
You've heard of duty free
Yeah.
shopping? This is book shopping,
Yeah.
prison shopping.
And-
Wait, you're at a Cyber Monday,
Yes.
Gene?
Yeah.
This is,
I did a lot of cyber shopping.
This is
this
Cell
weekend.
Block E, Saturday afternoon.
Well, I know all about it because I'm there quite a bit. And I'll be there
All right.
right after this. But there's you don't actually go to the comment. There's not a store. It's not like Ralph's. You don't go into a store. You order it and then they bring it to you. But
So it's kinda like Amazon.
You do not get good. Yeah, you're not getting good deals, and everything. It costs a price, and so getting money on the books is a
All right.
big deal. So if you have money, you're in trouble because you're gonna get hit up pretty hard for
All right.
money.
Well,
So don't go to jail. It's too.
you learn something new every day.
Thank you.
And the name of this show.
Oh, Nancy O'Dell was a grand marshal, by the way. At the Hollywood
All right,
Christmas
who's Nancy O'Dell?
Parade. Yeah, she's she still hosts Entertainment Tonight or Access Hollywood.
I'm glad you dropped her name
Yeah.
before
Oh,
our names. To the
and
show.
I saw Eric Estrada. He was a host. Him and Laura McKenzie. He's bloated, definitely bloated, but it's good. to see him.
He's been eating actual chocolate
I
chips.
think so. Since
Chocolate
the
chips?
70s. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, you're caught.
All right, so there you go. This is
And
the,
Iowa beat Nebraska. Very good.
all right.
Okay.
This is the Midwest Sports Show, and this is a podcast slash what do you call this? A video
Yeah.
video show.
Video conference, Skyping
Well,
without being
whatever PTI is, pardon the interruption.
Right.
Whatever Interrupted is, whatever Undisputed is. Those are talking head shows, right?
Yeah.
This is just like that.
Oh.
But
Except
I'd say a little bit better though.
I don't. Michael Wilbon, he's too old. Those guys have. Don't you think?
Too much. Listen,
Yeah.
it happens to rock stars and rock bands.
He's so.
Too much money.
Yeah.
Too much access.
He's so old fashioned now. I don't.
Well, you know, he's from Chicago, Gene. You know.
Yeah, but I don't.
In case you didn't know that, he'll mention that.
I know.
Well,
I
they'll
know
let you know.
about him. But Bill Simmons even gets like that sometimes now.
Oh, he's way over at the deep
Yeah.
end. But my name is Chris Stotts, and then that is Gene Steichen.
Should go Hawkeyes
As well.
since Iowa finished 8-4, and we beat Nebraska, so we get the Heroes Trophy. So great year for Iowa. Yay!
All right, so are they going to be in a bowl game?
Yes.
Or anything like that?
Hopefully they'll be coming to San Diego for the San Diego hosts the Holiday Bowl, and they might come out here. And if they do, then I'll go. Maybe I'll take the train like you did.
There you go.
Yeah.
Why not? Take the tap card all the way down.
Did you take the train down for Thanksgiving? See, I'm reading.
All right, there you go. That's a nice transition. Well,
Thank
Gene,
you. Yeah.
it's the Monday after Thanksgiving, and we have a lot of sports to talk about. Mostly the NFL because
Okay.
that's what's going on.
Right,
I'm
I already
not
mentioned
watching.
college,
I'm not
yeah.
watching hoops.
Right.
I guess we could talk about the Ohio State
I did watch that game.
obliterating Michigan.
It was bad.
So is Jim
It's not
Harbaugh
good.
not going to have a job? Is he going to
No,
get fired?
he's safe, but he's got to. No, of course but wow, I don't know what's going on. They got crushed.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. His best hope is that Urban Meyer retires at the end of the year, which is very possibly possible.
Well,
it's possible.
I'll tell you one thing. Jim Harbaugh doesn't. Or is it Jim or John? Which one is
Jim.
it?
John is in the
right.
John's in the NFL.
Jim Harbaugh doesn't have any coaching assistants to beat the shit out of their wives.
Oh,
There you go. So that's a moral victory.
Wow.
Do you get to go to bowl games for moral victories? How important is that in your RPI?
Well, that and being 10-2, but yeah. They still haven't won the Big Ten since he's been there. He can't beat Urban Meyer. He hasn't beaten him. Nope. It's ugly.
Well, I mean, Ohio just has a better cachet. What do you call it? Resource of football players.
This
it
is the
seems.
year Michigan was ranked 4th. They would have went to the playoffs. They were favored at Ohio State, and they got absolutely crushed. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell Jim Harbaugh. Who am I to tell him how to coach?
Maybe get a new pair of khakis.
Yeah.
From Walmart. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe change them up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. That's some unpaid athletes getting abused. That segment of the show is over. Thank God. We're talking about the week that was the NFL Thanksgiving. Gene, yes.
Yes.
I did go to San Diego.
That's so great.
For Thanksgiving to have Thanksgiving with a friend, a fellow bachelor.
Right.
Friend of mine.
Yeah.
And how was it, Gene? It was fine.
Was it? Did you go down the day before?
I went down on Wednesday afternoon. Yes.
Yeah.
Standing room only, by the way, on the train.
Was it?
Yeah. So, because people had seats, obviously, but then, I wouldn't say overbook it because they just try to get as many people on there as possible. So I basically was standing for 2.5 hours.
You were?
On the trip down there. Yeah.
How's that possible?
Pretty rough.
How did they?
Ask my feet that. Ask my feet that.
But wait. But I know. But how did they? That's not right. You're not on a bus going from Santa Monica to Venice or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying
they do it.
Close.
I'm not sure how it's legal, Gene, but
it doesn't seem right, does it? Everyone, if you pay for it, everyone should have a seat on a train.
Well, it's like general seating. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
All right.
I don't know how it works. And so do all that stuff. And next day it's the big old Turkey Day, Thanksgiving Day. And I'll tell you what, Gene. Thanksgiving's great.
Yes, of course.
Except when you go to some person's house who doesn't know how to cook.
Oh.
Unless you're doing all this crazy Thanksgiving stuff.
Did they mess up the green beans again?
Well, one time I went to this girl's house. This girl I was dating, she put shrimp in the stuffing and the dressing. Right. I'm like, what? What is this? What is this sacrilege? Yeah, not good. But this person just was not just making stuff correct. Like, first of all, he didn't put the stuffing into the turkey. I don't know what's going on with that.
Oh my gosh! What are you trying to be a rebel, or
he's trying to claim that people don't do that? I'm like, what are you talking about? Wow. Like, people don't do that? And I don't know if it was like a weird. I didn't even get into this because I felt pretty bad.
Yeah.
Is it some sort of weird salmonella fear or something? Like, but it gets done. Like, the stuffing gets cooked inside the turkey. That's the whole point, right?
Yes, of course.
So what he did is he had this turkey on a cooking sheet, and then just had the breadcrumbs and the celery and all that just on the cooking sheet, and just by osmosis, had the stuff soak it up. Well, no, thank you. I want the stuff inside the bird's ass.
Yeah.
Slowly roasting.
Right. Yeah.
This isn't Toll House cookies. This is Thanksgiving.
Sure. I'm with you.
And then, as a result of this, there was no trimmings, no juices from the bird.
Wow.
Because it was getting soaked up in breadcrumbs. And so he didn't have enough juice to make the gravy.
Oh, boy. It seems like an amateur.
So,
a lot of mistakes being made
the gravy was, so I was not watching any of this.
Right.
But apparently the gravy was very white when I got to it. Oh. And he's one of these people that puts sour cream in your mashed potato. Gene,
wow, another faux pas. I would have walked out. I would have went back to the train and stood for
apparently this is the thing, Gene. Putting sour cream in your mashed potatoes.
I don't know about that one.
This is far more popular than I'm making it seem like. But
I don't know.
First of all, this ain't a baked potato.
Right.
All right. I guess that's a bad analogy because it's basically potato. But
yeah.
Mashed potatoes is a potato. But there ain't no chives here.
Right.
All right. So how about we get some real whipping cream? By the way, it's 99 cents at the store.
Yeah.
And some butter. Well, what's wrong with that? Why do we have to get sour cream involved?
I don't know what's going on.
So I'm not a big fan of that. But then I think he put the sour cream into the gravy.
Oh.
Which I'm not sure
works.
It
keeps getting worse and worse.
Yeah, so, the gravy was not great. But I'll tell you what, there was yams. And I'll tell you what, it's hard to mess up a lot of these. Thing about Thanksgiving foods, Gene, is that it's really hard to mess up a lot of these foods. Like turkey,
it's so basic.
You put it in the oven for 4 hours and you cook it. The turkey was actually, done, but he did it upside down, which is fine because, all the juices and all that stuff. But I would say all that nice turkey breast skin that gets nice and brown and crispy and all that stuff is basically a soggy mess. Turn the bird over. Let's broil it a little bit. Let's get a little crispy. That's what I would have done, although it's pretty difficult with the bird.
Did he think it all worked out well?
This is one of those people that I thought you think they know how to cook, and then once you kind of figure out how to cook, you look back and they're like, oh, actually, this person doesn't know how to cook at all.
When did the apology start? How many people
were there? You're supposed to go to someone's house and just start shitting on their Thanksgiving dinner?
But how many people
just like
were
the Pilgrims? Oh, no, it was just me.
Oh, it was just you. Then,
Yeah, so it was a little bit unfortunate.
That is.
And, Gene, I'll tell you what, Gene.
Yes?
You ever hear these people that go to these Thanksgiving dinners and the turkey is deep fried or smoked, or whatever, and they're always inevitably.
That's a good word.
Inevitably.
I wouldn't try it myself, but you go ahead.
Yeah. I went to Thanksgiving. Yeah, we had a deep fried turkey. Right. It was dry, but it was good.
Yeah.
They always say it was dry.
Yeah.
It was always dry. Well, let me say, Gene.
Yeah.
Let's stop messing around. Stuff the breadcrumbs, stuff the croutons up the bird.
Yeah.
Stick it in the oven and shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up, everyone. Let's stop messing around. If the Pilgrims had deep fried a turkey, Gene, there would have been no Thanksgiving too.
Yeah.
The Indians would have killed them all and scalped them.
Gosh. I don't think you're supposed to talk about what those days are like.
They would have said, you're going to serve us this crap, Squanto? Squanto? Was that the Pilgrim or was that the Indian? I can't say.
Whatever it was, I don't think you should say it.
Squanto?
Probably. I don't think so.
All right.
But, you just do it basic. Don't overthink it. Don't turn the turkey upside down and put sour cream and whatever and do this and that. Just, hey, people have figured this out. Let's just follow along.
Let's stop messing around with turkey.
Yeah.
And all these hipsters.
Yeah,
Gene,
what are they up to?
Talk about how turkey's not even good.
Right.
Turkey's not. Well, what? If you even, these are these people that deep fry their turkeys.
Right.
Yeah, no kidding. You think turkey sucks because you haven't even eaten a proper turkey.
Wow.
So all you guys with these hot takes about how turkey sucks, just get out of here. All right. No one wants anything.
We didn't ask for your opinion, nor did we sought after it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did not solicit your opinion on turkey.
That sounds like at least you got to enjoy the Macy's Day Parade.
At least I got 10 minutes out of
that
the
is
turkey.
Pretty fantastic. That was what about did you guys watch a Macy's Day Parade?
No, hell no. Are you kidding me?
It was the coldest one. It was cold in the Midwest. It was the coldest Macy's Day Parade.
It was so cold you saw a squirrel blowing on his nuts in Central Park. Right?
Well, they had to deflate some of the balloons, but it was still so great. And then when you see the bands play.
Why is that? I saw that Barney got deflated, but maybe that was from an old video from 97. Because does helium become combustible in sub-degree temperature?
And cold, so they had to, kind of. But that was great. I saw that. And then I didn't have any turkey upside down like that or anything. So all good.
Did you just spend time alone, Gene?
No, I was with friends, and then I watched the Bears-Lions game, and I did a lot of stuff. I watched the Macy's Day Parade. Fantastic. Right. Oh, it's just great.
Well, before we get into the Chicago Bears game, there was one Thanksgiving where I spent alone. Oh. And I basically was looking for something to eat on Thursday night night, and then lo and behold, KFC was open, Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I went to KFC and I got some chicken. I think it was like a Thanksgiving special. It wasn't. It was chicken, obviously. It wasn't turkey.
Cyber Thursday?
I don't know. Yeah. And the Colonel Thursday. And tell you what, Gene, there's nothing more depressing than walking home on Thursday night, Thanksgiving, with a KFC meal.
Yeah, that's not good.
To go. Not a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, I went to the Music Amundsen, and I saw Dear Evan Hansen, which won 6 Tony Awards on Broadway, and that was great. And then Thanksgiving. And then I saw Bohemian Rhapsody again, so I've seen it twice now.
Oh, I was going to say, is that your third time?
Second, yep. Oh, it's such great. It was great. And then Iowa, it was good on Black Friday. Iowa played Nebraska, and Iowa won on the last play of the game. They kicked the field goal. So very, very exciting. It was all good. And then, yeah.
There you go. And, Gene, we're going to start with the Bears at Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving, the first game of the day, 9:30 a.m. on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And, Gene, I don't know about you, but I wake up fairly early on Thanksgiving, like every other day. And so you're just basically waiting.
Yeah.
For this game to start, and I'm out of my element at a friend's house, so I can't play video games until 9:30. So we're basically just watching the NFL Network or ESPN,
right.
Flipping back and forth. And Gene, there's only so much pregame of the Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions. There's only so much you can go over, before it gets a little repetitive.
I'm out on all pregames. Out. It's either time to watch a game or that's it.
Do we really need 20 minutes going over Matthew Stafford's throwing routine? I don't think so.
It was ugly. I'm done with all those guys. No offense. They keep at it, whatever.
But really, it's just so what? Listen, this is a real criticism.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff, these guys, it's such superficial criticism, right? Or what do you call it? Commentary, right?
It's inevitable.
Yeah, it's for people that really aren't paying attention and they want a passing glance.
Do we need Brego? Have you ever seen Rob Brego's picks? Have you ever watched that segment?
No, I don't watch it. I don't think he's that funny. But
he is still on there. I think he is.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then, of course, the game starts. Of course, they have this bullshit, troops and, California wildfires and all this stuff. And they're showing everyone, doing the national anthem. And Matt Patricia is locked arms with all the other players. Looks like a homeless guy.
He's amazing.
Looks like a homeless guy with all the other players. I know that.
I mean, the Bears got Matt Nagy and the Lions got Matt Patricia. Wow. That is not good.
Well, you know what wasn't good is that I just got a couple notes here. And then Matt Trubisky.
Yeah, Mitch
Trubisky, sorry.
Yeah. Yep.
Not playing.
Yeah, they dusted off old Chase Daniel.
Got his shoulder banged up, I guess, a little bit the week before in Vikings.
He's got to watch his running maybe now. Yeah.
So Chase Daniel starts.
He's been in the league 10 years. He's only thrown one touchdown.
His last game was in 2014 or something like that. Like, oh my God, that was 4 years ago.
I think he's made $30 million. The Bears paying him $7 million guaranteed, and he's only thrown one touchdown, I think, in his career. Something crazy.
Well,
he threw two on.
He played for Alex Smith, I think, one game when the Chiefs didn't play. Or I'm sorry, when the Chiefs had it locked up, and I think he had a great game.
Oh, okay.
And it's one of those times where like, oh yeah, he had like one great game.
He's amazing. You'd think he's still in the league, and he's never panned out. But I guess he's good.
Yeah, that's a nice career.
Yeah,
no mileage on that guy's legs. So I thought he played fairly well. I mean, he definitely looked like a quarterback who hasn't practiced, with the first team for a while, and especially with 3 days.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So he played pretty well, even though the Bears fumbled early. That was not good. Was that were you getting prepared, mentally preparing yourself for a long day?
I think I was more focused on the Mason Day Parade at that point because they were interlapping, and I had to go with the Mason Day Parade.
All right, so you tuned in around 4 minutes into the fourth quarter?
I saw the, maybe not even quite that much. I saw some of it. I got the essence of the game. I felt it, and I was tracking it.
Lions really did not play that great. They kind of stayed in there a little bit just because the Vikings really didn't. I'm sorry, the Bears didn't do a whole lot either on offense. Stafford threw they were going for like a tie score or the go-ahead score or whatever. Threw a pick six, like at the 20-yard line.
Eddie Jackson, Alabama.
And then they did the Super Bowl shuffle. In the end zone.
What that was. Okay, I didn't. Yeah. Okay, I guess I didn't watch a lot.
Gene, what are you glad a lot of these young guys are doing the Super Bowl shuffle already? It's week 12.
Oh, sure, why not? They're good.
Yeah, that can't backfire, right?
I don't know. The Bears, they are playing really well though. They are. They're pretty tough. And the Lions, I feel bad because now I think they're not even in a position where they can start over yet. And I think they may have another disaster on their hands. Don't you?
Well, disaster is when the team was founded in 1934. But we're just dealing with the repercussions.
All right.
Yeah, so there you go. Another big win from the Bears.
You couldn't be more unlikable than Matt Patricia, so I'm glad when they lose. I'm sorry for the fans, but not for him.
Yeah, Lions fans got to be a little you're hoping you got Bill Belichick?
Yeah.
You got Bill Belichick's gum on the bottom of his shoe.
His coaching tree, not good. Yeah.
All right. So, Chicago disposed of Detroit. Good for them. And then some bad news. Mike Ditka.
Yeah.
God among men.
Oh.
The deity. The deity. How do you make deity and Ditka together?
Let's go deity. Okay. Yeah, deity.
Coach Ditka had a mild heart attack earlier this week. Doctors inserted a pacemaker.
Oh.
And he is doing much better, Agent Steve Mandel said. By the way, do you think it's tough being Coach Ditka's agent? Not a lot of notes coming out of him. Like, hey, Mike, you want to do this infomercial? Yeah, sure, why not? Money? Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. And he's also got Ditka's restaurant, which is very popular in Chicago, even though he's in Florida.
Yeah. His agent said he appreciates the outpouring of support and expects to be home soon.
He's tough. I didn't realize he's only 79, I think. That's young, kind of young.
That's not too bad. Yeah. Well, Gene, this just gets us wondering what's going to happen when the old football coach finally kicks the bucket.
Well,
I mean, do we have plans arranged?
I put a statue up. They can't. There's no statues at the state. Maybe around the city. I don't know. They always have Ditka's restaurant.
How about this? How about when he dies, they preserve his body like Lenin?
Oh,
and then they keep his keep it interned outside Soldier Field.
Right.
For eternity. How about that?
Hey, I'm all for that. And hopefully there'll be another title to go along with the 85 one. I think another title's come. Who would you put your? The Bears are going to win the Super Bowl before the Packers. Maybe, right?
We'll see about that.
Okay.
Don't know about that.
Well, maybe next year will be magical for the Packers overall. Oh, maybe this year will.
All right. Well, Gene.
Okay.
Cleveland and Cincinnati. Why do we keep on talking about the Cleveland Browns? Because there's so much drama.
They're awesome. I love that they're good now that they got rid of Hugh Jackson, which shows how big of a mistake it was to have him there in the first place.
Well, they did dispose of Hugh Jackson, who was promptly scooped up by Marvin Lewis, and he's now assisting the Bengals.
What a disaster! That's another franchise. That's
Gene,
a complete disaster.
I don't know how this is even legal,
right?
Or something like that. You can just fire a coach can get fired, then he can go on to another team.
Yeah.
And then my point was my thought is Hugh Jackson is going to just throw away millions of dollars on his contract with the Browns to coach with the Bengals. Not true, Gene.
No.
He got paid by the Browns more for yesterday than the Bengals did.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know who drew up this contract.
Yeah.
With Hugh Jackson, but I would think that you'd want to put in a clause that says if we fire you and you go to another team, we don't pay you the rest of your contract.
That makes sense.
I think that's kind of a stipulation.
Yeah, that's usually how it works. Yeah.
I guess not.
Maybe his. Yeah.
I guess not.
Yeah. He gets paid. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Gene, he really brought his magic touch.
Oh my
to the Bengals.
They just got torched.
Because
I wish I would have. I didn't watch any. I didn't see this game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Baker Mayfield was slinging the ball.
Hey, Baker,
he was looking good.
Now it looks like, and Sam Darnold's been kind of a disaster. Nobody's been good. None of the rookies have been that great. But wow, good job, Baker. I like Baker. I like him a lot.
You hate hearing this stuff, but he definitely looked a little Brett Favre-ian.
Yeah,
a little bit. And he can move outside the pocket.
Yeah, like him a lot.
Which is good, fun to watch. And Andy Dalton. So it was quickly 21-0. Browns were just coming out firing. And what exactly was Hugh Jackson like? What was he helping them with? Right, I'm not really sure. Andy Dalton eventually hurt his thumb, and I guess he broke his thumb or tore ligaments or whatever. He's on IR for the rest of the year, so he's not coming back. But then this Driscoll guy took his place, and they actually rallied a little bit and came in within 2 scores, but did not. I think through in a late game interception or something like that.
You did see a lot more of the game than I did.
Yeah. And then, of course, everyone saw the highlight after the game where Hugh Jackson was trying to go over and talk to his former players, including Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield wanted none of that.
Good for Baker.
Basically, what happens, when you're at a club and you see a girl, that you did some inappropriate things, when she was drunk,
right.
And you're trying to avoid pretty much the same principle.
Use the I in this sentence, bub. Yeah. Hey, I'm happy for Cleveland. They got to feel because Detroit, there's no optimism.
Hey, they could make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, but Cleveland, there's got to be a sense of optimism because they got rid of Hugh Jackson, and Baker's pretty cool. He's just cool. He's a great. Yep. I like him. I like the way
they got a good team now.
And Baker's really happy. He seems really happy to be in Cleveland. So good for him.
Yep. He's like a puppy that doesn't know any better, right? Yeah. All right, and here we go, Gene. Here's the main event. I know this is why everyone comes here.
I saw
to watch me.
I saw a little
lament
bit.
The Green Bay.
I was on Hollywood Boulevard watching that Christmas Day parade, and then I looked up. There was a screen in a bar, and I saw when it was 14-14.
Yeah, I guess, and you're like, they're in good hands. Yeah, let me go back out to this.
I thought at least they got a chance. And then when I got home, it was like that was right at the end of the game.
Do they throw beads at this Hollywood parade? Yeah,
they do. They do everything.
Do the girls show their tops?
No,
they don't do that.
But they have celebrities there, but the celebrities are not even the A-listers from the soap operas. Every soap opera is there. They have a car, but then they have the minor characters from the soap opera, and then they'll have the shows from the whatever CW or whatever those stations.
So you
are.
gotta make sure you got your IMDb app ready to go because it's hard to recognize.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're gonna start with not start, but we're gonna finish with Green Bay at Minnesota. The Sunday night game, and Gene did not even start very well.
Really?
Because before the game, Aaron Rodgers' brother.
Oh, that, yeah.
Jordan Rodgers. Of course, Aaron Rodgers gets stories for donating $1 million to the wildfire.
And he wears the Butte. That's where he went to college.
Yeah, for the first 2 years, yeah. And so I guess that's where it's from and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan Rodgers, not a big fan, his brother, and tweeted out, "Please donate, spread awareness, and send love. But when your mom is home alone during the fires, car packed ready to evacuate, and you miss the fundamentals first step of compassion, calling your parents to make sure they're safe, everything else just feels like an act."
Oh, it's so cold-hearted. That's tough.
Yikes.
I mean, no matter what's going on in the family, that's hard to. That's really tough thing to say to. That's not good.
I think
good luck there, Jordan.
I think we're dramatizing a little bit.
Yeah.
You're telling me old Ma Rodgers was in the car with the flames licking up
right.
on the Subaru's siding.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers was getting ready for Everson Griffin, and he couldn't text her.
Yeah.
So that's what happened, Jordan.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you?
Why do you think A-Rod hates his family, Jim?
Yeah, I know that's not exactly. That's not exactly bridging the gap between the family or whatever, or mending fence or whatever you got to do.
Craig says Aaron Rodgers grew up in Chico, which is very close to Paris. Of course.
Craig, he works at Field of Dreams.
Of course,
he's from Dubuque.
You probably do want to call your parents at least, but
then he went to Butte Community College. I think Butte.
Okay, I think Craig's trying to say is that maybe if your house is near the fires, maybe you should call old mom.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm all for that. I'd call my mom for sure.
Except, what did they say to him? Huh?
Oh, well,
everyone paints Aaron Rodgers as the bad guy. I keep on saying we don't know what they did to him. All right, let's maybe because he's not the one airing their dirty laundry on Twitter.
First off, our family's close. Yeah, hopefully your family's close. And if not, try to admit. But saying stuff like that, when you go public, then you're going to have a tough time.
Gene, did your sister give you a call?
No.
When there's fires in L.A.?
Yes. Yeah,
she did?
our family.
Well, she knew you were safe, right?
Every day.
She knew you were safe. If you were in danger, you would have called her and said, "Hey, I got to get the hell out of here."
But she's at work. We do a text. We do a family text thing almost all the time.
How about Connor? Yeah. Connor can tweet something. How about that?
There you go. All right, good.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
It's all nice to tweet stuff out, but you never gave Gene a call when he was in his Cubs mobile.
Yeah. Wow.
Bags packed.
Yeah. My mom actually called. She goes, "How's the fires?" I go, "Well, if I had more money, I'd live in Malibu, and then maybe they would be affecting me. But I live in the concrete jungle of Hollywood."
And she said, "Thank God."
Yeah. My building, if something happens in my building, I'll just move down the street.
It's brick too, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there you go. So.
It would be hot in there, though.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Gene, let's just go through the Packers were looking pretty good.
I'm going to have to depend on you because I didn't really see any highlights or lowlights. I didn't want to after I saw the
Minnesota looked dysfunctional at first. In fact, they had a 4th and 1, and they're going to go for it, but they had 12 men on the field and got the penalty, and they end up punting. Each team looked like their offense, after that first drive, each team offense was looking pretty good. Packers scored really quickly. They had 2 touchdowns, no problem. The Vikings did miss a field goal. So, actually, they missed a couple field goals, and this actually helped the Packers quite a bit. Randy Moss, Gene?
Yeah?
Was honored at the halftime.
Oh, did they do Ring of Honor?
I guess, or something like that. I don't know. I had the volume off at that time.
Okay.
Was there a barbecue spread for the buffet afterwards?
Because that happened in the locker room, right?
Yeah, because they cut him after he was talking shit about a barbecue spread.
That's right.
Some local barbecue establishment, in St. Cloud, Minnesota, who probably doesn't know anything about barbecue, but trying to make the football players happy.
Yeah, that's an obscure reference. Yeah, good.
Well, it's the Midwest Sports Show, Gene.
Oh, okay. So nothing, no topic is too little. Okay, I got you.
And then there's one play where McCarthy went for it on 4th and inches. And he was just doing this as a reaction from last week's game against Seattle. And they give it to Jones going up the middle, and he gets stuffed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And did not go very well. And let me tell you something, Mike. I appreciate you being aggressive. But let's talk about we be aggressive and smart. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, you were on your 37 own yard line.
Oh, he's on it.
Yeah, we were behind our yard, or maybe it was more like 45 or whatever. Wow. But I think we were in Seattle territory. That Seattle game, right?
Yeah. Well, it was like that when he did go for it on 4th down. There's 2 minutes left.
It was basically what do you call it? The exact same play they did the play before at 3rd and 1. It was basically a run up the middle. And it was a bunched offense, so there's no wide receivers spreading the line. So you're basically running to a 10-man box. No lead blocker either, Gene.
Oh, boy.
Where's John Kuhn? Where's he?
Yeah, I don't know.
Where's he when you need him?
Is that when Mike McCarthy said today I need to coach better? He's talking about that play.
Well, it's so predictable. It's of course he would do something so stupid just because it's a 4th and 1. But how about we pick and choose our battles?
There's nothing he's got to win the Super Bowl.
And then, Gene, they're talking about the 4th and 1 or inches last week on Seattle.
Right.
And they're going over the percentages, the math.
Yeah.
The math. And this was, granted.
Yeah.
NBC Sunday Night Football math. Mm-hmm. So Chris Collinsworth could have had his sliding ruler maybe a little off with these numbers here. But they're basically saying if they would have went for it on that 4th and 1 whatever last week, they had a 38% chance to win.
Right.
21% chance to win when they punt. But according to Mike McCarthy last week, the math told them to punt.
Oh, my gosh.
So either Mike McCarthy is doing a kind of different math than Sunday Night Football is, or it was a lie to cover his ass.
And he was the only one doing that math because everybody on the team, I think, they're like, what the hell are we doing there, Coach? What's going on? What are we doing?
Yep. Vikings go up 10. And then the Vikings kind of takes over and sacked A-Rod a bunch of times on really crucial 3rd down.
The Packers used to be good on the road.
And then the Packers scored a quick field goal, and they're going to get the ball back for 2 minutes. But then the receiver,
I saw that
muffled the punt. So that's just the season basically in a nutshell. Chance to win the game, even though you play like crap, and you can't do it. Can't do it. And then we see these stories in the Monday morning quarterback story, Gene. I don't know about this Chris Benoit or Andy Benoit or whatever he is. Okay. He has this article saying that Mike McCarthy actually has changed up his offense and incorporated a lot of ideas from Sean McVay. It's just that Aaron Rodgers is trying to extend plays and is not executing well. It's funny that he only had maybe one example of said play.
Right.
And, I won't be surprised if he has a bunch of text messages on his phone from Mike McCarthy the night before saying, hey, I need your help. I need someone to write a story about saying how it's not my fault, it's A-Rod's fault.
He's.
So let's check your iPhone there, Andy,
the thing,
or whatever his name is.
Yeah, but he's got no chance.
Would Peter King publish crap like that?
Oh, wow.
I don't think so.
Yeah. He's impeccable.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The Mike McCarthy. Now he's desperate. Now he's saying I need to coach. Now it's just desperate.
I think he should just resign. Really, it's the game is passed.
Well, they got Arizona and Detroit coming up, so maybe that will.
We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose Detroit. I'll tell you right now, we will lose to Detroit.
In Green Bay. Well,
in Green Bay. I predict.
It's just they had such a tough stretch and they lost all those games. They needed to win it.
And then people are suggesting maybe Aaron Rodgers is throwing the game. I don't think he's doing that, but I don't think he's.
I did see the end of the game when they showed him on the sideline, and he's one guy would not want to have hung out with that night. Did he look? He didn't look good.
Look a little distraught.
Yeah,
like he's in a hole with no light.
But the good thing is he loves Green Bay.
Kind of looked like meat.
Yeah.
On the couch, watching that game, the performance. So, all right, Gino, you got a heart out here, really quick.
I'm going to the big house.
We're going to finish up. Speaking of someone who should be in a big house, Adrian Peterson.
What is he doing?
Former Vikings running back, current Redskins running back, was talking to Bleacher Report. I had to discipline my son and spank him the other day with a belt. So, of course, he was suspended for hitting his kid with a switch on his scrotum and backside. Said that fairly nonchalantly, Gene. Well, I took my kid out to Wendy's to get a Frosty.
I'm all, whatever parents want to do, I don't want to get to it. Yeah, not involved at all, but don't say it like that.
Like in a report, in an interview?
Yeah, just leave
we already got suspended?
Just say, hey, I disciplined my child. That stays between us.
And Gene,
say that.
Let me ask you this. What are these kids doing? What are these kids doing? Spilling some milk?
I don't know.
I mean, dude, what are these kids doing where they require a whooping with a leather belt?
We used to get the belt, and it didn't take much, but you don't publicize it. I don't
Jesus. I had to take the belt with my kid the other. Well, what the fuck was he doing? He threw his PlayStation controller on the ground? Adrian? AP?
Yeah, and how about being a more responsible parent and not having kids with so many different folks?
Well, you probably couldn't remember which kid it was. You probably beat all of them. So.
Doesn't he have 8 kids with 7 women? Or
something crazy. Something crazy.
All right.
All right. Well, there you go, Gene. That's the week it was.
Well, next week's can be better because I think the Packers can do nothing but beat Arizona, can't they? How can they?
Can't get any worse. Well, we'll see. Well, Arizona did. That was the Bills that whooped on the Vikings.
Yeah, but still, they're in such dire straits. It's desperation time.
I don't even care anymore, Gene. I honestly, I'm done. The season's over, so I will watch other teams. So I'm actually, I want to say I'm rooting for the Bears, but the Bears are a fun team to watch.
They're a great team to watch. They're fun. Yeah, and they got a chance to do something pretty cool.
Yep. All right, there you go. So for Gene Steichen, my name is Chris Stotts. It's been the Midwest Sports Show. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.